mic on, Dan's asking.
Yours looks great. This is what made it tricky, is when you're doing like drop a company and use it. To go fast, go quite because you don't want to go wide.
Dave, stop. Harry, stop out. Dave. Harry, stop out. Harry, behind. Like inside.
So if it's over there, you can just hold it over, you want as well. So that's when you can move on. So there's most of the games not happening, that's but anyway, so let's figure that again. It's not. Can hear it. Sound. There's a definite sound. I've got this. Just if you speak your mind.
So we're 5 minutes into this game here at Oriam Scotland Sports Performance Centre. The first big chance of the game going Ireland's way. Shot dragged just wide from 8 yards out. Ireland now with a long throw and attempt from this near side. Keeper does well to claim that. Coming to this game a little bit now. Good ball out wide, intercepted though. So another Ireland free kick in the middle of the park, Ireland drop ball. So 10 minutes into this game here at Oriam, Scotland Sports Performance Centre, between Scotland and Ireland. A game that's seen few chances so far, but the main real one falling to Ireland. About 5 minutes in with a shot from 8 yards out, just dragged wide by Harvey Skeeters. So we now have the team lines for the two teams. So starting with the home team, Scotland. In goal we have Adam Butt-Grieg, Jacob Glass, Ross Pollock, Isa Asangalu, Ben Heel, Sammy Doig, Alex Jeans, Justin Maguire, Jack Hodge, Andrew Clark and Thomas Vonk. As Scotland look to break, Sammy Doig chasing down the ball. As we move on to the Ireland team, in goal we have Kevin Fitzpatrick, Evan O'Connor, Cian O'Malley, Rich Boevi, Kevin Jordan, Mike McCarthy, Colin Conroy, Harvey Skeeters, Oren Crow, Luke Mavrak and David Tamney. Good switch of play there. Played away by Ireland, but only to the edge of the box. Seems to hit a hand, but nothing given. And the goalkeeper wants to put a boot through it. Brought down very well by Luke Mavrak. But couldn't be controlled by Harvey. Scotland have the possession once again. Scotland working the ball well, keeping possession, not really finding any way through. Well worked here, shot from Scotland at the edge of the box. Easily gathered by Fitzpatrick. I'm joined here in the commentary box by my co-commentator, Ben Graham, who's been working on getting us the team lines in the background. Ben, how are these early exchanges, how have they played out for you?
Yeah, Dan, been a really interesting one. Both teams taking their time to settle into the game. Scotland kind of looked like they were a bit more comfortable in the first few minutes. Ireland have now put a foot into the game and created a few chances, but it'll be interesting to see if either team can get off the mark in these opening exchanges as we come towards the midway point of the first half. But love the big open field for both teams to play a really attractive style of football. We've got a core group of sterling players in that Scotland team who have been used to playing together week in, week out, so seeing how they'll merge in with some of the top talents from other squads around the country. It'd be really interesting to see how this one plays out in their first international friendly together.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. And like you say, the dynamic of bringing players in from across institutions who are used to playing against each other on a weekly basis in the Bucks competitions here. Obviously, Stirling and Heriot, the two teams in the Bucks Premier Division, so they'll be pretty familiar with each other. But the other players from Strathclyde, Abertay, Glasgow, how they'll fare coming into this squad, as we've got a one-on-one opportunity here. But well cut out, well marshalled there by Ross Pollock, number 3, allowing the defence to get back.
Yeah, Pollock just showing his experience there. The couple of Ireland players coming through and just made sure to not commit himself and allow his teammates time to get back. Brilliant leadership from Pollock, and he'll be a really key part of Scotland today, and well worth his place in the team.
Absolutely, and like you say, there's some good experience in this team, having played at that top level of university football in the Bucks Premier tier. Ross Pollock being one of those players representing Heriot University.
Yeah, Dan, I'm really excited to see what Ireland have, because it's obviously some players that we're not familiar with. We're not quite sure about the level over there, so kind of seeing what the best of their bunch is that they've been able to bring over. They've got strong travelling support with them as well, so hopefully they'll be right up for it and can go toe to toe with the best that our country has to offer. So I'm really interested to see what they can bring.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. And I say similarly to the Scotland squad, made up of a good mixture representing various colleges and universities from across Ireland. So University College Cork, Galway, Midwest, Dublin City University, Thurles as well. So there's a good representation across those institutions. Again, we're not really too sure how much time these teams have had together to prep and click as a team. But that all comes into it, and ultimately these lads will be experienced football players, so their quality should show through. But ultimately, that it is a team sport, and those connections really allow the slick movements and interchange in midfield and the higher ends of the pitch as the ball's clipped forward. There's a good clearance header brought down well at the edge of the box and just cleared away there by Conroy on the edge of the box.
Yeah, Dan, I think what you're trying to say is that if we're an ultimate team here on FIFA, then Scotland definitely have the higher chemistry. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. Be a bit more familiar with what Scotland have done in preparations. We've had a couple of friendlies against some league outfits and their youth squads as well. So not as familiar with how Ireland have been preparing for this, but they've travelled over. Scotland had some great preparations here at Oriam, using some world-class facilities, and they've also got some of the country's best across student sport in their backroom staff and on the bench. So a really, really strong setup for Scotland.
Absolutely, and it's not just the players on the pitch that are selected from across the nations. It's the coaching staff, of course. So for the Scottish team, we've got head coach Chris Geddes, who heads up the programme at University of Stirling, assisted by BJ Koya, who is the head coach at Heriot University. So again, two very experienced coaches, both probably with slightly different styles of play, would you say, Ben? But they'll bring their experience into this, and they've been the head coaches for this programme for a number of years now. Obviously it hasn't happened in the past few years, but it's great to see this programme up and running once again.
Yeah, what they've forgotten about student football wasn't worth knowing in the first place. Wealth of knowledge between the two of them, so interesting to see when the two Titans meet up what they bring to it. And foul there on Sammy Doig, so Scotland have a free kick just in front of the halfway line, taken by Jacob Glass of Glasgow, playing it back to Pollock, who's inviting the pressure on into Ben Heal, who under a bit of pressure from Ireland's Conor Conroy plays it back to the keeper, and we're now out with Stirling's Arsenal goal. Comfortable plays it back to the keeper. Scotland inviting the pressure here from Ireland, and really long to clear the pressure. Justin Maguire can't get his foot on it, and Evan O'Connor plays it down Ireland's right wing, gets the ball back, and Jacob now got the ball. Justin McGuire with some good footwork in midfield, taken off by Ben Heal, who's passed on to Sammy Doig, pull it back into it just to slow it down a frantic few seconds of Scotland trying to keep possession from the Ireland press.
Right then, Ireland seem to be playing quite a high pressing game here, which is good to see, really putting Scotland under pressure on the ball in their own areas and forcing a throw into Scotland's territory. So it's starting to pay off for them. Scotland seem quite content to invite that pressure. So another long throw in here for Ireland. The last one was claimed very well by the Scotland goalkeeper. One ball in. Well won there by Sanglu. Could it fall to Ireland? Gets a strike away, well blocked. Cries for a penalty for handball, not given. A shot dragged well wide. That's another let off there for Scotland, Ben.
Yeah, I think there's a strong shout there for an Ireland penalty. Comes off the left arm of Jacob Glass, who claimed that it was down by his side in a natural silhouette, but you've seen them given, haven't you, every week?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say, proximity to the ball could be a factor that the referee's taking into consideration, Ben?
It's an argument you hear every week, and the pundits will debate it until the cows come home. But I do think that if it was my team, I'd be pretty raging I never got that penalty.
As a Dundee United fan, Ben's pretty raging most weeks anyway. I watch this team, so don't read too much into that. It's a good ball out wide towards Ben Heal, his captain, representing the University of Stirling on this pitch. Couldn't quite keep it in play though. No advantage there, so go back for the free kick.
Yeah, just a chance here for Ireland to get the ball into the Scotland box. A couple of big lads in both teams, so maybe see who comes out on top here. First real chance to lump one in. Looks like that is what they're going to be doing. Well then, doesn't clear the first man, Ben Hill with the header, and Scotland trying to get the second ball away. A wee bit of space for O'Malley to bring it down. It's back out with Oriam. Well intercepted. Jacob Glass and Scotland are now on the attack. Thomas Vonk. Ireland back into the goalkeeper. Ross Pollock now. A bit of pressure on Ireland. Oriam Crowe with the ball over the top. Right onto Luke Maverick. Under pressure well by Jacob Glass. And Ireland's back forward now with the ball, trying to work their next attack. Nice and calm from Keane O'Malley. Plays over the top, trying to find David Tarney. And Pollock gets it clear for an Ireland throw, which will be taken here by Evan O'Connor, the Galway man. Into Harvey Skeeters. Sammy Doig gets a foot on it. And yeah, now an opportunity for Ireland to have a go at Scotland. They're not afraid of putting the ball over the box and testing the height of the Scotland back four. They've obviously got some strength up there, and they'll be trying to find those gaps in behind and see what they can open up.
I'd say that contrasting styles again, but both teams looking very comfortable with the ball in their own half. Obviously with Ireland pressing slightly higher up than Scotland probably settling into a bit more of a mid-block. It's kind of when it gets into that midfield third bend that kind of the game starts a little bit scrappy and a little bit more frantic, and that's where those connections between those players really comes into it.
Yeah, and it's good to see both defences aren't scared to put their foot on the ball, invite some pressure and find those spaces. We're not in for an afternoon of ball being punted back and forward, so we have got some good technical players on this pitch and hopefully it makes for a good spectacle. Throw and taken into Evan O'Connor, who puts the ball in. Oh, dangerous. Isaac leaves it to go out for a corner, but that was really dangerous from Ireland there, almost opening the scoring.
That's a great ball in from Evan O'Connor. He's cut in. Ireland opting to not take the long throw and taking it short instead, and really opening up that opportunity to cross it, probably catching Scotland unawares following the previous long throws. Yeah, there's been a few incidents of danger there from O'Connor coming in. He's not scared to cut back and put one in on his left foot like he did there, so a wee bit of work for Scotland's left-hand side to do. Sammy Doiglas cut them out. Otherwise Scotland will be under some pressure, but it'll be definitely a wee bit of a wake-up call for the Scotland team and try and cut out that danger. Well dealt with there by Pollock, and it's a Scotland throw in the right-back position. Both teams here looking like they're playing a back three, Ben, and with full-backs pushing on. Which is good to see. They're playing that kind of attacking style of play, allowing those players to commit further forward, and definitely for Ireland allowing them to press higher up, giving those fullbacks the invitation to go higher up and be dangerous in the opposition half. There's a bit of a scrap on the ball on the far side, but Scotland coming away with it. Again, given away on the edge of the box. And Ireland win the corner. Good work from the Ireland left back there.
Yeah, not quite able to get a chance away, but they've come away with a corner and an opportunity to get the ball into the box and give something for Scotland's defence to think about, to try and clear the danger here.
The game now probably settling into a bit of a pattern, Ben, would you say, with Ireland more in control than Scotland as they whip the corner in. So another good ball in, flicked away. Sammy Doyle getting the second header away. It's brought forward. Going to pull it back for the free kick. It's probably going to result in our first yellow card of the game.
Yeah, battle of the captains there. Ben Heal breaking away, and the experience Mike McCarthy. That's the definition of taking one for the team, isn't it? As he pulls him back quite blatantly and takes a yellow card, but he'll not be too upset about that because he's managed to allow his team time to get back and get into shape to defend Scotland's bit of pressure, which we'll hopefully see with Ross Pollock ready to take the free kick.
It was a good opportunity for Scotland there. I say the professional foul slowing that attack as Pollock switches play well out on the far side to number 8, Genus.
His brother Jermaine's been giving some tips ahead of this, and it looks like Ireland have the ball again. Switch not quite working out, and the Ireland goalkeeper Fitzpatrick coming over to collect the ball and take a defensive free kick deep into Ireland's own half.
You'd have to say, Ben, 28 minutes into this match, that Ireland will be the happier of the two teams. Created the better chances, and although they haven't put anything away just yet, they definitely look the more dangerous going forward.
Yeah, Scotland really haven't had the opportunity in the last 20 minutes to put any real pressure on Ireland's defence. We've not really played much of the game in their half yet, but we've got the patience and hopefully we can show some quality as the game progresses. Like Ben Hill driving his team forward, comes across to Andrew Clark, St Andrews man, looking up, trying to find a teammate. Brilliant ball through to Justin Maguire, who makes the keeper go down to his right, and the dangerous wing cleared by Evan O'Connor, who's played a big part for Ireland so far, and Scotland have the throw in now with Sammy Doig on the left wing.
That was a nicely worked chance there, Ben. Clark with a little dink pass through that kind of took the defenders out of the game and opened up a nice shooting opportunity. Looks like a lively player. If Scotland can try and get him on the ball a little bit more, he looks like he's always looking for the ball in those half spaces. It's well played there by Vonk. Given away in Ireland's canter, but it's cleared up well by Scotland. But again, given away. That's going to be in the tail of the last 10 minutes for Scotland. Kind of winning the ball back, but not able to do much with it in the transition.
Yeah, now Scotland's forward line trying to put a wee bit of pressure onto Ireland as they try and play it out from the back. Kevin Jordan with his foot on the ball. Plays it to his centre-back partner, Cian O'Malley, gives it back to him. Scotland's forward line trying to find some shape, a bit of a gap between their front line and the midfield to have dropped a lot deeper than they have been. First time we've really seen this Ireland team as deep as what they are, and Scotland putting them under a bit of pressure. They're trying to find the options and break through the lines.
Absolutely, I think you can see Ireland now looking to try and. It's a good one ball forward, but it comes to nothing that Ireland there maybe trying to invite the press from Scotland a little bit to open up those spaces in behind, in between the back four and the midfield. Like I say earlier on, Ben, it's a big pitch, so there's definitely gaps to be found. Scotland opting route one there, it's actually well won then by O'Malley. Yeah, if Ireland maybe looking to draw Scotland out a little bit more to see if they can find those spaces, those half spaces, and get the players in the half turn in there, they can really penetrate in behind Scotland.
Yeah, I know what Sam doing. Throwing Scotland with another throw in now. They're looking to do the same. Sammy Doig plays it into Jack Hodge. Sterling man back to the ball. Plays it out back to the halfway line where Pollock brings it over to the right hand side. Ball in dealt easily by Cian O'Malley. Ireland get the ball away. Scotland have it back. Jacob Glass playing it out to Hodge. No look pass back to Ross Pollock. Now under a wee bit of pressure. Plays it out to the right back position. Ball then goes over taking on the chest of Thomas Blanc. Unable to keep it under control. As Andrew Clark chases the keeper down. And Scotland trying to capitalise on an Ireland mistake, but that mistake's not coming. It's played down the line from O'Connor, finds Soren McCrow, dealt with well by captain Ben Hill.
He's been everywhere so far, Ben Hill. He's tracked back very well there, but he's been a couple of times, he's been the one driving the team forward on the counter-attack as well, so clearly a really influential player in this team. It's a good pass out wide there from Clark. Whip ball in, doesn't quite fall to Vonk. And headed partially away. And free kick on the edge of the Ireland box, going Ireland's way. Slightly better from Scotland in the last 5 minutes, Ben. They look to have kind of linked up a little bit better.
Yeah, taking a few more risks and trying to get that ball up. Also anticipating errors from Ireland have not come yet, but if we can keep up that intensity, then I'm sure they'll come and they can turn some of these efforts into chances on goal. But Ireland with the free kick taken by goalkeeper Kevin Fitzpatrick. It was a long crossfield pass out to the left back. Shows good strength to keep the ball away from Alex Giannis. And Ben Heal there on his defensive duties, chasing those balls down, and he carries it out of his own penalty area. Plays it into James Maguire, who isn't able to keep his foot on it, and Ireland have the free kick midway into their half, into the Scotland half rather.
Again, good work there from Ben Heal to recover the ball initially, but then giving away a slightly clumsy free kick, and Ireland will have another opportunity to put this ball in a dangerous area. The delivery so far has been pretty good. They've had a couple of opportunities like this from a similar area. Clip ball in, looking for the centre forward, can't quite get too much on it.
You maybe feel that Ireland need to make the most of some of these chances that they've been having. If you look to the benches, them being the travelling squad, they're probably a wee bit lighter than Scotland. They've been able to fill out their bench, so they'll have a few more options in the second half and bring on fresh legs. But Cian O'Malley playing it back to the goalkeeper Fitzpatrick. Kevin Jordan then doing the same, allowing Fitzpatrick to find that crossfield pass. Puts Scotland back then under some pressure, well dealt with.
It's a good flick on there, but the square pass cut out well, and this opens up an opportunity for Ireland. Squares it, but Ross Pollock on the cover clears on the far side for an Ireland throw, and another opportunity for them to put in the box here. It's an interesting matchup this, Ben, as we've said, the Ireland team, bit of an unknown quantity, but similarly for Ireland, Scotland's team, an unknown quantity as well. Having not come across them, week in, week out. Obviously, the box fixtures, you kind of get a bit of an understanding of how the opposition is going to play, what style they opt for, and get a bit of an insight into the kind of players they have. But there's another long throw results into an Ireland corner. With this kind of fixture, you haven't really got that. It's a case of working out on the day and seeing what they put in front of them. Yeah,
I think that's what we've seen in these opening exchanges. Ireland maybe going using their pace on the right wing for the first period of this half, and now they've went and switched things up. They're trying to attack down the left-hand side and put Scotland right back under pressure, but Thomas Fonk there helping his defence with putting his head on it, which helps when you've got big men up front that can come back and do their defensive duties as well. And that's ball goes in from Colin Conroy. Can't get the headed towards goal, and we're out here with O'Connor, who manages to get himself a corner after Ross Pollock comes across and clears a danger. Mike McCarthy leaving the ball for another long throw from Cian O'Malley, and it is quite an asset having that long throw and bringing something a bit different, something difficult for the defences to deal with, and we'll see if Scotland can shore this one up.
It can be really a great weapon having a long throw like that.
Wow. That
is a great throw, and the keeper, I think, gets a touch on that to flick it away, and the ball put back in, but into the roof of the net. It does seem to be a kind of a bit of constant pressure on Scotland's backline, and dealing with it relatively well so far. They do need to start kind of breaking this high press of Ireland, because if they can, there is spaces further up the field. If they can get a quick 1-2 and find that half space and counter-attack quickly, there will definitely be opportunities and space for them to really hurt Ireland.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Scotland just play maybe 10 yards further forward and take the game and try and play more of the game in Ireland's half. Because any kind of space you can find in there, we can turn into chances a bit more quickly.
Absolutely, and that's the kind of opportunity just there with slightly better pass that could have resulted in something nice. A quick 1-2, get the defence turned, and that's where the opportunities come, where they can break that press. But in these areas where Scotland can be really dangerous, and they've not had many opportunities recently to be in that final third. As Clark's on the ball, can he work it out wide? It's a nice dink pass out wide. To Genus on the far side. Tries to get past his man, but defended very, very well there. Ireland to counter. And that's a foul. It's like to be a yellow card, would you say, Ben?
Yeah, again, it's another one where he's kind of got to take one for the team as Ireland were about to break away. Jack Bush will be lucky there, just getting probably a final warning. Don't think he could have complained if it was a yellow card, but yeah, you see there Andrew Clark dropping a lot deeper, maybe getting a bit frustrated with the lack of service he's been having, so having to drop back down to try and get his foot on the ball, and he was able to get the ball out into those wide areas. Scotland unable to get the ball into the box, but looked a bit more like creating something. Ireland have this free kick. Colin Conroy takes it short to Oriam. O'Connor back to O'Malley, puts it across to Jordan, and we're back out with Conroy. Good strength from the Scotland right back, and Ireland have got to find another way through.
There are some big gaps in the middle of that midfield there, Ben, that Ireland looking to exploit. Ben Hill at the moment doing a good job in kind of protecting that back four, so they haven't really had too many opportunities to find that space, but the spaces are there, and if they can kind of connect with a quick 1-2 in those spaces, then that could really hurt Scotland. Scotland still looking to play out from the back here though, with with the high press, you see the 3 Ireland players stood right on the edge of the box as they do go short. And eventually Ireland force them to go long, push them back of Ben Vong, and Ireland take the ball again, and that's the kind of space there. Ben Heal's done well to come across and close it down quickly. O'Connor on the ball here. It's another good delivery, lifted in, headed well away, flicked on, but again, Ireland coming away with the ball once more. A better pass there, and that could have ended up nicely for Ireland. But nice interchase, 1-2. Clark dancing through, can he get a shot away? Oh, well defended there. O'Connor on the ball now. Sammy Doig, not too sure it's been given there.
Nice bit of play there from Scotland. You do wonder if Clark could have got it out to Vonk, but he's well within his right to try and get a shot away there, and it took 2 Ireland men to get a foot in and get the ball away, and then broken up by hitting the referee. So Ireland now able to carry the ball forward.
And that's probably a bit of an example where these players not playing with each other on a regular basis, in a team where they play with each other, they might be in a better run off the ball that kind of took the defender away. But I think Clark felt he had to go alone, not sure what the players around him were going to do in the runs they were making for him. He just kept well inside. Ben Heal bring the ball away once again. Clark on the half turn finds Sammy Doig out wide left. Squares it on the edge to Clark once more. Can he get the shot away? Fires just over the bar. That's well worked once again. Scotland's a couple of chances in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, good to get a shot away, but still not quite working the keeper. Not giving him too much to worry about. But looking a bit more promising, getting the ball out there to Doig, who's able to find Clark waiting in the side, who'll be more than happy to get a shot away.
I think that's where Scotland are going to be dangerous, is once they win that ball in midfield, and that transition, that quick transition in that final third, that's where they can really hit Ireland. As you see, they're in kind of a bit more of a mid-block here, so they're not going to win it high up the pitch. So they've got to transition quickly from that midfield into the final third. As Ireland look to work it through, this is the opportunity here. So Vonk holding the ball up. Can Scotland counter? Probably found the wrong pass there. Goes out wide. Shout of handball. Offside as well given.
Yeah, I think Scotland are coping well at the moment. We've got Heal doing a power of work in the midfield, but this is a big pitch out there and he's doing a hell of a lot of work, so I think Scotland will be happy as long as Heal's still got legs in him, but how long can he last? There are some strength in that position on the bench that we can bring on, but Heal really carrying his Scotland team through this bit of pressure that we've seen from Ireland over the last wee while, and really managing that midfield exceptionally well, as Vonk takes a sore one by the looks of it, and we might have a few minutes for a breather as he recovers.
Yeah, it did look like a sore one. Give him a couple of minutes to get his breath back. Drop ball for Ireland there as the ref stop play. They're checking on the Scotland centre forward. I think it's important that when Scotland do get that ball and they transition, that Vonk's got to make the right decision on when to lay off, when to hold it, to allow his team to get up with him, as they're not pressing quite as high as Ireland, who have those players around them when they do win it themselves. So he's a key player in this Scotland team, and how they can transition well from defence into attack. As Fitzpatrick goes long, Pollock wins the header, but lands in midfield, unchallenged. Pollock once again, it comes wide, shot, saved at the near post by the goalkeeper, and cleared away by Pollock once again.
Again, I think that danger actually comes from Scotland's reliance on Ben Heal there. He's in line with centre halves who win the first ball, but then leaving that gap for Ireland to pick up that second ball with nobody near him. So inviting a wee bit of pressure from that, but we managed to deal Pollock for the initial header and then the clearance out for a throw-in, and give Scotland a few minutes to gather themselves. And that's a half-time whistle from the referee, going in at 0-0. interesting showing from both teams so far.
Yeah, it's been a lively first half. Two good teams, two teams looking to play football. Scotland trying to play out even under Ireland's high press, and Ireland looking comfortable on the ball as well. Goalless with some chances at both ends. We'll be back with you in the second half.
Do it. It's not a risk. It's not, it's not a thing that you should be questioning, because it's so well set up that you have that clarity that you know that you'll be able to study and play football at high levels for both. You can continue getting high grades while performing on the pitch, and the programme here is unbelievable. You get all the facilities, all the staff, all the people higher up that help you and support you. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Well, the thing that struck me first as soon as I walked in first year was how professional the environment was. You see Scotland national team training here, you see Hearts, you see like out and out professionals training here on, the outdoor synthetic, indoor synthetic, grass pitches, all at the highest quality and highest level, and it really motivates you to, and you aspire to reach their levels. And then there's other things just about how convenient and how close the Oriam is to campus. So in between lectures, if you want to let off some steam, go to the gym, or practice some finishing, do some shooting. If you've got a spare hour or so, you can just pop literally right next door to the Oriam. Use the private strength and conditioning gym around the back if you're a scholar, or you can go to the reception and book in a hydrotherapy slot if you're feeling like you need recovery, and it makes life so easy for you. Well, the first thing that you're told when you're starting this scholarship program is that there's academic flexibility, which gives you the allowance to maybe miss the occasional lecture, or extend a deadline, or change an exam time, which it sounds pretty just average, but it's so useful, especially when you're training 4 or 5 times a week and you need to miss the occasional Tuesday morning lecture. And the university set up so well that you can afford to miss these lectures and still be up to date on your studies, as you get everything supplied for you on Canvas, and you can just catch up with the lecture notes and just keep in contact with your course leader or anyone that's there to help you, and there's loads of people to help you. So yeah, that's how I've managed it. It is very, very manageable. You have a lot of time on your hands, and the club will wait for you, the players will wait for you, and the staff will wait for you. In my first year, I managed a social life as well as football, not to the highest level, but being coached and mentored in the right path, you come to realise that it is all manageable, and you can mix in your studies with playing, and there's nothing to worry about really. do it. It's not a risk. It's not, it's not a thing that you should be questioning, because it's so well set up that you have that clarity that you know that you'll be able to study and play football at high levels for both. You can continue getting high grades while performing on the pitch, and the program here is unbelievable. You get all the facilities, all the staff, all the people higher up that help you and support you. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Well, the thing that struck me first as soon as I walked in first year was how professional the environment was. You see Scotland national team training here, you see Hearts, you see like out and out professionals training here on, the outdoor synthetic, indoor synthetic, grass pitches, all at the highest quality and highest level, and it really motivates you to, and you aspire to reach their levels. And then there's other things just about how convenient and how close the Oriam is to campus. So in between lectures, if you want to let off some steam, go to the gym, or practice some finishing, do some shooting. If you've got a spare hour or so, you can just pop literally right next door to the Oriam. Use the private strength and conditioning gym around the back if you're a scholar, or you can go to the reception and book in a hydrotherapy slot if you're feeling like you need recovery, and it makes life so easy for you. Well, the first thing that you're told when you're starting the scholarship program is that there's academic flexibility, which gives you the allowance to maybe miss the occasional lecture, or extend a deadline, or change an exam time, which it sounds pretty just average, but it's so useful, especially when you're training 4 or 5 times a week and you need to miss the occasional Tuesday morning lecture. And the university set up so well that you can afford to miss these lectures and still be up to date on your studies, as you get everything supplied for you on campus, and you can just catch up with the lecture notes and just keep in contact with your course leader or anyone that's there to help you, and there's loads of people to help you. So yeah, that's how I've managed it. It is very, very manageable. You have a lot of time on your hands, and the club will wait for you, the players will wait for you, and the staff will wait for you. In my first year, I managed a social life as well as football, not to the highest level, but being coached and mentored in the right path, you come to realise that it is all manageable, and you can mix in your studies with playing, and there's nothing to worry about really.
And welcome back to Oriam, where we're out and ready for the second half. Teams just getting into position and ref bringing the ball into the centre circle. Good news in the commentary box is that there's been no changes at half time after we just managed to get to grips with the team lines from the first half, so no changes from either team just yet. Looking forward to a good second half, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. That first half was a great watch, and some good football on display. The contrasting styles of the two teams, and some good opportunities created. But hoping for a goal or two in this half, Ben. As the teams are back out on the indoor pitch here at Oriam, Scotland Sports Performance Centre, home of Heriot University.
Yeah, and the game just delayed as BJ Koya makes his way back across the pitch. Kind of game he would fancy himself subbing himself on, wouldn't it, Dan?
I'm sure he would, Ben. Thanks for that setup. As Ireland kick us off for the second half, 0-0 here at Oriam. And Scotland looking to press slightly higher up with the front three, a big gap in behind them. If Ireland can break that press, which they seem to have done already. Ball played across to the right hand side. O'Connor plays it back inside to Biovi. Slid out wide. Biovi gets the better of his man. Well marshalled and goes out for a throw-in, I believe. Can't quite see from this angle in the comms box.
Yeah, looks like it will be a throw-in for Ireland. Remember their weapon of thought. That long throw from O'Malley. Looks like we're just trying to get into the camera shot there. So we'll just have to wait for this ball to come in. Long throw from O'Malley. There's a dangerous one in. Pollock up first. Great foot in there from Jack Hodge. Stops Oriam Crowe getting the shot away. Luke Mavrak plays it back out to Crowe, puts the ball in, and he'll just shepherd that ball out, and it's a goal kick to Scotland. A lot to play for the Scotland boys here. We've got a couple of fixtures coming up against England and Wales in the home nations, heading away to Cardiff before welcoming England to Oriam. So plenty to play for the guys to impress the coaching staff and try and get their name on the team sheet for those ones, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have the home nations back once again after several-year hiatus. So this is some good pressure out of the pitch there. Don't give away the foul, and Ireland as well to win the zone throw in his own defensive area.
Yeah, pressure from Scotland. That's good work from Maguire there, and it allows us to try and press Ireland in and win the ball back. Ireland's number 3, Midwest man, Rich Buevi, with a throw in. Handball given against Scotland's Isaac Asanoglu, Stirling man. A free kick taken by David Tarney. Sammy Doig unable to hold on to it. O'Connor wins it. And O'Connor gets a free kick as well.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity there for Sammy Doig to start a counter-attack, but couldn't quite control it and ends up giving away the free kick in the process. As Ireland switched to play out wide, unable to control there by Buevi, the Ireland left back. Clark under some pressure there. Does well. Ball is controlled in midfield. Ireland looking on the front foot to start the game in the second half, as it did as they ended the first half, but well marshalled there once again by Asaloglu as the ball goes out for a Scotland goal kick. Scotland's continued to play out from the back under the high press of Ireland, but with a bit more urgency, allowing them to break through the press. But again, the ball coming into Ireland's possession once again. This is an opportunity for Scotland. Can they break with Clark? Plays it out wide to Genus. Genus now cuts inside himself. Plays it to Ben Heel, but can't quite get into that. Pass slightly overhit there.
Yeah, Ireland head coach Johnny McDonnell there sending his subs out to warm up. We've got Jesse Dempsey joining Stephen Healy, Oscar Ahern and Dara Foley down the touchline. Maybe get a wee change from Ireland, freshen things up, new look for the second half. Interested to see how Scotland might adapt to that if it were to happen. Great stuff from Ben Heal there, allowing Scotland to bring it forward. Unlucky from Jack Hodge, loses out in the midfield. And Oren Crowe gets the ball out to the right wing with Mike McCarthy, playing it back to O'Connor. And Ireland now working it forward. O'Connor looking ahead of him, plays the ball over the top into Harvey Skeeters. He's got Ben Hill trapping him, cuts back inside. Oren Crowe the shot, brilliant, down low with the right hand from Scotland goalkeeper Volkeview.
Yeah, another chance there for Ireland, another let off for Scotland. Keeper making a great save down low to his right. Another long throw opportunity here for Ireland to put Scotland under pressure. It's a packed 18-yard box. As the ball comes in, keeper does well to get a hold on it, and the foul actually given in the end, but he did well there to get a hold on that one.
Yeah, Keane O'Malley just has that weapon there, and Scotland have done well to hold on so far without giving away anything. Now Chris Gill is making his first substitutions of the match. We've got Justin Maguire coming off there for Finn Moffat, and Sammy Doig making way for Callum Logan, wearing the interesting number 1 shirt, the man from Glasgow Uni.
You rarely see a number 1 playing outfield, Ben, but that's definitely a first for me.
David James getting brought on by Stuart Pearce, but I don't think this is quite as desperate a time as what Stuart Pearce had. A bit interesting. See if we can get a number 1 on the score sheet.
Absolutely, as it was straight into the play there, Callum Logan with that flick on, with the ball running out of play on that far side for an Ireland throw-in. So still 0-0 here at Oriam. It's been a lively start to the second half with a couple of chances for Ireland. Scotland not quite managing to create anything just yet. Scotland looking at the moment with a kind of back four with Genus kind of tucking in alongside his fellow Sterling counterpart. Free kick given there on the edge of Scotland box, and just an opportunity for them to reset at the start of the second half. They've been under a lot of pressure from this Ireland team. Again, Ireland continue with that high press. Then with that high press, you'd imagine after a while Ireland would start to tire, and that's when those subs come in, and that's when those gaps open up. As a long ball sent forward there, well dealt with. Number 13, Moffat not quite able to get a hold of that one. It's well played in to number 9, Tarney. Comes out well marshalled by Ross Pollock to allow the keeper to clear. Now the ball's broken nicely to Clark, who plays it out wide. Logan on the ball, driving at his man, the number 1, taking on O'Connor, and actually manages to keep it in, but doesn't manage to find a Scotland man, but well closed down there by Vonk.
Yeah, talking about Ireland maybe tiring in this high press, but it looks like the only man ready to come on is Dara Foley, who was some minutes in the gloves for the substitute keeper for Ireland. And O'Connor with the throw-in the right back position into Mike McCarthy, under pressure from Callum Logan, and Clark's on that ball, playing it out to Jack Hodge from Stirling into Alex Genus, up against Ireland's Luke Maverick. Jack Hodge back on the ball, finds Asamoah, and Ross Pollock now bringing it into the midfield area. Big centre half keeps going, and he gets a shot away, unfortunately, to find the backside of his own centre forward, Thomas Vonk, and Ireland goalkeeper Kevin Fitzpatrick has the ball. in hand. Puts it down and looks to go long. Put Asanoglu under some pressure. Won well by Rich Calbuevi. And David Carney on the ball, and Sterling win the throw-in after some good pressure from Ben Heel again.
Looks like Scotland have gone with 2 up top now, Ben, with Finn Moffat joining Thomas Vonk up top. Maybe thinking they didn't quite get enough as the fouls given there. Didn't manage to keep hold of the ball in that final third enough in the first half, so maybe bringing Moffat on to play off Vonk as a duo from Sterling. They might have a bit of interplay that can unlock this Ireland defence as the ball's played across to Hodge. Well played inside again, but slightly overpassed. Ben Heel once again on the cover. Pollock brings it out, driving out defence nicely. Can he find the ball? Slides a nice pass down the side for Moffat. Moffat squares at the edge of the box. Touch for Clark. Can he finish? Oh, it's a great block. Fantastic block by BOV on the edge of the 6-yard box to prevent a certain goal there, Ben.
Exactly what Scotland were maybe missing in that first half. Ross Pollock, that's twice now in the last few minutes, just brings the ball into midfield, finds that gap, and that's the fresh legs there of the Scotland front line. Gets it to Andrew Clark, who takes his time, lets it open up, and just allows Buevi to come across and get that block in. But Scotland have the corner ready to be taken by Jack Hodge off Sterling, in swinger on this far side. Goes short to Clark, gets it back, looking to play it in first time. Well clear from Cian O'Malley, and Jack Hodge just climbing over the back of Harvey Skeeters, and Ireland have the free kick.
You say that was obviously a huge chance there for Scotland, and Clark cutting inside and jinking inside, following Moffat's great work down the right hand side. I think he took a touch too many, Ben, and allowed BOV to get across and make that block.
Yeah, maybe just cut back on once too many, but good to see Scotland with a bit more of a chance. Most dangerous they've looked in this game so far, and still with this high pressure. Good work from Crow to find the feet of Skeeters. Plays it back out to O'Connor, who looks to go over the top, back to Crow. Jacob Glass though winning it back for Scotland, but can only clear it so far as Colin Conroy. Callum Logan with a poor first touch, sliding in and giving away the free kick there. Ireland with an opportunity to get the ball back into the box.
On first glance there, Ben, I thought he'd managed to win the ball, but looks like it's just a follow through that's caught the opposition there, so free kick given. Following a bit of a frantic period of play there from both teams, end-to-end stuff, a couple of chances. Ireland working it well through midfield to find Crow in behind, and Ireland with another chance to put this ball in the box.
Yes, Dan, and it looks like it is Kevin Jordan over the ball. Ready to whip one, and Ireland have been dangerous with some of these balls in. Callum Logan gets up first. Can't quite get the clearance. Jack Hodge there. Kevin Jordan, kind of under pressure, gets it back out to Colin Conroy. And we're back with Fitzpatrick and the Ireland goal. Interesting there, Dan. It looked like Ireland were ready to make their first substitution, but maybe with that last period of pressure, maybe change their mind and might go for a different option.
It's a great win there once again in midfield. Again, big gaps in midfield when the second ball falls, and it tends to be Ireland that are picking up that second ball at the moment. But again, I think that change to the 2 up top with Moffat coming on has allowed Scotland to get a bit more of a presence up in that final third, and that's where that chance came from earlier on, as Ireland kicked the ball out for a goal kick to Scotland. We'll see if there's a change imminent. The Ireland coaching staff vocal on the side of the pitch. You can see there's 5 Ireland players in that final third for Scotland, really pushing that from high up, with Scotland looking like they're going to go long for this one and try and bypass that press with a flick on from Vonk. Ultimately, Ben, that's what they need to do, is find a way to get through that press, and if that means inviting them on to press them high and then going long, then that's a perfectly good way to get around it.
Yeah, Vonk unlucky. The flick on just went back the way it came, and Ireland were able to get their foot on the ball. Scotland will throw in now in the left back position with Jacob Glass. And I think going long can be a much better option for us now with the two up top, trying to win those second ones. Going then here does really, really well outside of the foot, coming out here to Alex Genius, cuts inside, back out towards Finn Moffat. Bit of argument from the Ireland players there, but the referee's giving a corner to Scotland.
Yeah, it's well played once again. Nicely worked between Moffat and Heel there. Two Sterling boys linking up nicely, presenting Scotland with a corner on this near side. And again, I think if they can get players up and around Vonk, they can get those knockdowns and find those gaps to slip somebody in behind as the ball comes in from Hodge. Vonk gets his head on it, but can only glance it wide of the far post. Definitely a better spell for Scotland, looking slightly more dangerous going forward since the changes have been made. And again, they look like they're starting to press a little bit higher on the pitch rather than that kind of mid-block they were executing in that first half. So maybe a slight tactical change since half-time. There's a change coming on for Ireland. We've got number 10, Harvey Skeeters, who's had a good game, looked lively coming off, as well as David Tarmney being replaced by number 13, Cian Curtis, and number 12, Jesse Dempsey. So it looks like it's two changes at the top end of the field for Ireland. Some fresh legs there, Ben. Maybe seeing that Scotland is starting to take a bit of an impetus. They feel that this is the time for them to do the same and bring them some fresh legs to test that Scotland backline once again.
Yeah, just an opportunity to get some minutes in the legs of the travelling squad, give everyone a chance at it, and I'm sure whoever either team brings on, they're well worth their place in the squad, so they'll bring something different to the game. Big pitch like this, the legs will tire easily, so I'm not surprised that you see early changes in the second half. We've got Alex Genius plays it back to Osnoglou, coming across there to Jacob Glass. Does well to find Clark. Clark outside the foot into Vonk, who tries the 1-2, but Clark can't quite get on the end of it, and Ireland shepherd it out for a goal kick.
Yeah, as I said, it's a big pitch here at Oriam. Obviously playing on the indoor pitch, so completely covered indoor pitch here. The boys might be quite thankful for that, as it's a nice warm day outside, so slightly cooler environment inside. But you know, this pitch will allows for some great football to be played on it, a great surface. But you know, it really does test the legs, given its size. As Ireland refusing to play short this time and looking to go long. Looks like whoever being the target here, potentially flicked on well, or won by Scotland. Hodge plays it forward, all the way through to the goalkeeper Fitzpatrick once again. So Scotland definitely stepping higher up the pitch, as we hope they might after the first half. Goalkeeper throwing the ball out wide. Fitzpatrick can only dig it out, not the best clearance, but falls favourably to Ireland. But one back by Hodge. A foul given there.
Understand Ireland's frustrations there, but one that he was always going to go down as soon as he felt the contact, and gives Ireland an opportunity to get back. And Ross Pollock over the ball, trying to shepherd his teammates out to now work it forward. A wee bit risky, but Clark dropping deep again. Found the gap through, but nobody in the same wavelength as him, and it goes out for an Ireland goal kick.
Yeah, Clark really been a standout at that top end of the pitch for Scotland. Looks like the one who's going to unlock that Ireland defence, and he's just looking for someone to get on the end of these passes or to make those runs to allow him to have the space. Obviously being the only player from St Andrews in the squad, He hasn't got the same kind of link up as necessarily the Sterling players or the Harry Watt players in the squad will have. As ball cleared forward, and Boevi does well once again. Strong in the tackle, but Genius recovers well to win the ball and cleared by the goalkeeper. So for a throw in on halfway for Ireland.
Yeah, first time the roof's really been tested there, Dan. Indoor pitch, clearance from the keeper, doesn't quite make it there, and Ireland have the throw in on this left hand side. Keane O'Malley playing that long ball forward to Boevi. I thought Ross Pollock had handled that one well, but the referee deemed it to have touched his hand, and Ireland have free kick in a very dangerous position. Looks like Colin Conroy going over to take it.
Yeah, looks like he did handle it very well, given the free kick was given. So Conroy steps over this ball with his right foot. Dempsey as well there as a left-footed option. Ireland have had plenty of opportunities to put the ball in the box in this game, as Dempsey does deliver it. And it's a great ball in, flicked on, falls at the back post. They're cleared away. Moffat doesn't manage to hold it, but Clark brings it away and plays heel down this right hand side, driving the team forward once again. Does well there to recover. Ben Hill doing well there to press that Ireland defence high up, and Ireland have the throwing in their left back position.
Yeah, Scotland number 5 really finding Ireland on the back foot there. Heel did really, really well to create a chance for Scotland, and we've now got an Ireland throw in. Keane O'Malley with those long throws, trying to get through the danger. But Ireland seem a lot more vocal in these last few minutes. Good work from Hodge, Boevi finding Jordan, who clears it forward, trying to find Keane Curtis, but Ross Pollock manages to get up and head it out for a throw-in. Kevin Jordan taking this throw-in, finds Luke Maverick. Ross Pollock away for Scotland. A wee bit of a tussle there between Keane O'Malley and Finn Moffat, and Boevi out-muscled there by Scotland's number 8, Alex Genius. And Scotland had the throw-in.
Genius doing well there to recover the ball, and probably wouldn't have put your money on him to win that shoulder to shoulder, but did well to do so, winning the throw-in. It's been a pretty physical game, you must say, Ben. Two teams with some big players in the lineups, but at the same time it's been a relatively clean game. Nothing too late, and no tackles flying in. So it's been a good game of football to watch between two strong teams.
Yeah, two strong teams. Scotland obviously having the benefit of 2 really good scholarship programmes. Sterling and Harriet Watt players benefiting from the support that comes with that, including S&C and extra training. So really got plenty of players on here training and playing like full-time athletes, despite being still in the university programmes, and viewers at home getting the benefit of seeing some really good players on show today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ball's played forward, but Moffat was in the offside position there. Yeah, like you say, Ben, the standard of university football is really high in Scotland at the moment, with some great programmes allowing students to come and study, but also progress their football careers. Seeing some real success stories in the last years as Vonk catches O'Connor on the ball there, but the ball goes out of play on the far side for an Ireland throw-in. Yeah, some great programmes, and these students will be benefiting from all the services and support they get. It allows them to really focus on their studies and get to develop as football players as well, as the ball's headed back calmly by Ross Pollock to the goalkeeper. Here at Oriam, also the home of Hearts and Midlothian Football Club, so as well as Harriet University. So the students really in a high performance environment of football, as well as the Scottish women's national teams and youth squads. the training here as well. So it really is an environment conducive to producing and cultivating great football talent. And it's great to see that out on the pitch here today.
Yeah, one of them being Luca Giacomini on the bench for Scotland today. Really excited to see if he can get some minutes and bring some fresh legs on. And really, as a player, I enjoy watching. I would love to see him pull on a Scotland top today. Chris Geddes and BJ Coy on the bench, though not up for any further changes after the two they made shortly after half time. And Ireland have the ball with number 7, Mike McCarthy, finding Oriam Crowe. Oriam Crowe tries to find the gap in between the fullback and the centre half for Jesse Dempsey, but doesn't manage it. Scotland clear well. Jack Hodge bringing into midfield, finds Asimoglu. Back to Hodge. Clark now dropping really deep to get involved. Hodge back to Asimoglu. Ross Pollock then going back out to the left with Jacob Glass. The Glasgow man bringing it into the Ireland half now. Callum Logan playing it back to his Glasgow teammate.
You can hear the shouts from assistant coach BJ Coyer there to stay on the ball and remain calm. Scotland's really trying to play the ball, draw Ireland out of this as they're sitting off more of a mid-block now than their usual high press. As Von Gone able to control that, and opportunity for Ireland to bring it forward now, and there's a bit of space for Curtis to drive into, trying to find Boevi on this far side, but on the wrong wavelength there, didn't quite link that one up. It looks like for Scotland, Clark has a bit of a licence to go and drop into those deep areas and try and get on the ball and create something. Obviously, by him coming out, you'd imagine someone's going to come with him and leave a bit of space behind, or if he doesn't, he can get on the ball and really find that killer pass for Scotland.
Yeah, I don't think it's any bad thing if Scotland can get Clark on the ball a wee bit more. It looks like since the substitutions he's been able to drop back a wee bit deeper, playing a lot closer to heel and Genius. Good work from Scotland keeper Vicky scooping the ball away from Boevi, and it looks like Ireland are ready to mix another substitution in a few minutes. We'll be keeping an eye on that. And that's Jacob Glass playing it out to Andrew Clark, finding Finn Moffat. Back to Clark. Clark tries to go over. That's it, manages to find Alex Genius. Genius into Moffat. Can't quite get hold of it, and cleared by Keane O'Malley. Callum Morgan causing some trouble there, gives away a free kick to Cian Curtis, and Ireland will get the ball back.
Sensible free kick to give away there, as Ireland probably had a bit of a overload with Scotland committing a few players forward there.
As a former Harry Watt player yourself, Dan, is a national squad setup something you would have enjoyed to have access to at your time at university?
Well, it would have been great to be a part of. However, I wasn't quite performing at those levels. Some of my teammates did get selected, and it was great for those guys to be in that setup and really see how they develop playing with other players and the environment that national squad can create. It's obviously a great ambition for some of these players to go and get capped for the country, and it's a great opportunity for furthering that football development. As we've got some substitutions coming on, looks like they're changing goal with Fitzpatrick coming off, going to collect his water bottle from behind the goal before jogging over to be replaced by Foley, and number 8 Oriam Crowe being replaced by number 14 Stephen Healy. So some more fresh legs on the pitch for Ireland, and also in goal. I wouldn't say Fitzpatrick was tested too much. I can't really remember of a Scotland chance that troubled him. So it'll be interesting to see if the Scotland team can test Foley now he's come onto the pitch. What you would say, Ben, is it has been a bit more of an even second half, but in those transitions between winning and losing possession, you'd say that Ireland still look the most dangerous going forward?
Both teams having their chances, Dan, but I really enjoy Scotland coming into this game and have created more chances in this half. Heel doing well there against fellow number 5, Kevin Jordan. Gets it out to O'Malley, who finds Ireland's number 7, skipper Mike McCarthy, someone different. McCarthy then finding number 14, Stephen Healy, for his first touches of the game. Kevin Jordan now bringing it to the Scotland backline. Goes wide to Buevi. Buevi coming back out to Stephen Healy. Colin Conroy giving it back to Healy. Back out with McCarthy. Got under pressure by Logan. And now it's Ireland's number 12, Jesse Dempsey. Gives it into Jordan, who has a shot from long. And that's Adam Chamberlain, the Glasgow man's first touch of the game, blocking that shot and going out for an Ireland corner.
So you'd probably say that Vonk there switching off slightly, allowing that pass into that space. And that's the threat when you have 2 up top, Ben, that it kind of takes that extra man out of midfield and kind of opens up that space that Ireland can look to exploit.
Wait, Kevin!
There's another packed penalty boxes. The Ireland coach seems pretty intent on switching out the players coming in. A good ball whipped in towards the back post. Buevi gets his head on it, but it's held well by the Scotland goalkeeper.
Yeah, ball going to Buevi there. Powerful header down at the bottom corner, and Scotland do well to clear the danger. Looks like we'll get another substitution coming, and it's 2 substitutions for Scotland here. We've got Callum Archibald and Luca Giacomini, both from the Heriot Watt programme, coming on, replacing skipper Ben Heal, handing the captain's armband to Ross Pollock, and that's the last we'll see of Thomas Vonk for the day as well. Interesting substitutions from the coaching staff bringing on the 2 Heriot Watt boys.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see if there's a change in the lineup. I don't know if Clark's going to head further forward and support Moffat up top. There's Luca kind of coming on in that number 6 position. He's used to playing for Heriot Watt. But Callum Archibald seems to be heading up top to play alongside Moffat. Hasn't quite got the same physical presence as Thomas Vonk, but maybe provides that different kind of threat in behind and coming short to then spinning behind as to test this Ireland backline in a slightly different way. As Scotland work it well out to the far left hand side through Pollock and inside to Lucan to gets his first touch of the ball. Again, Ireland still pressing up well. Clark getting the ball in the half space but loses it, and Lucan not able to recover the ball. Before Glass closing down, comes to the edge of the box. Healy manages to work it out wide with Jordan on the ball, clips it into a good area. The keeper does very well. That's a very brave play from there, Ben. As a former goalkeeper yourself, would you be on the end of that one?
No, I didn't wait for my defence to clear it. I wouldn't want to put my head down in those positions. So brave from the keeper and not as sensible as I probably would have been. And Scotland trying to work it out. Giacomini playing it back to Chamberlain as both players try and get some early touches on, get up to speed with the game. Ross Pollock, Scotland's captain now, plays it through to Clark. We're out with Giacomini. Giacomini back to Pollock. Pass he'll have played several times this season. 2 Heriot Watt boys really familiar with each other. We're out with the Glasgow man, Logan on the far left. Back through to Pollock. One of the more senior players in this lineup, and recognition there with the captain's armband after Ben Heal's brilliant performance. Really was probably one of the main driving forces for Scotland, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think him and Clark have been the 2 stand-up players for me on this pitch. Ben Hill really driving anything positive from the Scotland team, covering well when required, but also bringing the ball forward when Scotland looked to counter. As Luca comes back and makes a good tackle, but I think it was the no advantage given for the shirt pull earlier on.
Yeah, Archibald not able to deal with it himself. Luca's come in and made the challenge, but I think the referee gives the foul for the initial shirt pull from Archibald. Ireland have the free kick just inside the Scotland half. Looks like Colin Conroy will be taking it, looking to put the ball up into the box. Oh, plays it through the gap into Luke Maverick. And then Jesse Dempsey has a shot off the bar. Scotland managed to smother the ball. Could be a hint of goal line technology required there, Dan, do you think?
Yeah, for all the amazing facilities we have here at Oriam, the goal line technology is unfortunately not one of them. It's a great strike, left-footed, dipping. I'm not sure if the keeper managed to get a fingertip onto that to push it onto the underside of the bar, but luckily it's bounced the right way. Scotland now attack on the left-hand side with Clark driving into the box, well covered across there by O'Connor. And Scotland throwing on that far left-hand side.
Yeah, really brave ball there from Hodge, just flipping it over and finding the space. Clark, again, another standout and helping Scotland look dangerous. Looks like Logan's over there, ready to take a long throw. First time we've seen this from Scotland, so interesting to see what they've got in their arsenal. Opted not to go for it. Logan goes and finds Jacob Glass. Goes down under the challenge of Ireland number 12, Jesse Dempsey. Plays it out to Colin Conroy, who plays it first time into Luke Maverick, but assistant referee deemed it offside. And that's a let off for Scotland there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tight call, but I think it's the right one. He's got to stay on side there. He's got to stay on side. He's got to do better. He was clean on goal. He had the momentum going forward. He's just got to check his run slightly, and he would have got on the end of that. And if you'd fancy him to slot that one away.
Yeah, good play from Ireland under Scotland's pressure, able to transition it into their own attack, and really did look quite dangerous, so let off for Scotland. And now we've got Chamberlain back to Pollock. Goes out to Jacob Glass, who brings it into the Ireland half. Finds Logan and comes inside to Hodge over the top, trying to find the Scotland number 8, Alex Genus, who didn't manage to win it over Boevi, and cleared from Kevin Jordan back into the midfield with Clark, trying to hold off the pressure of Stephen Healy. He's trying to find a teammate under the pressure from Healy, and Healy clips his heels and goes down. And Scotland have the free kick. Good work from Clark, just never had the support of his teammates there.
Absolutely, and you could hear the Ireland bench there screaming no foul, and the frustration as the foul was given. It's a promising position for Scotland. I wonder if they manage to get a shot off from here. Again, Clark looking the most dangerous for Scotland. He's managed to get on the ball in those dangerous areas and those half spaces and really kind of go at the Ireland defence. Looks like he's standing over this one as well, alongside Hodge.
Nervy one here for the Ireland goalkeeper Dara Foley. Not yet a touch on the ball, about to face a free kick from Clark. Probably say that's about 30 yards out. Goes to the shot, a deflection off the wall, and it's out for a Scotland goal. It's a Scotland corner, not a goal kick.
It's a Scotland corner. Going back to that previous one, Ben, with Ireland on the counter-attack, that all comes from that throw-in that Scotland had on that far side, opting not to put it into the box and go short, and then losing it, the ref not giving the free kick that Scotland were asking for, and Ireland looking like they could have punished them on the counter-attack there. So they've got to be careful, even when they're in those final positions. It's a good ball in, well headed away there under the nose of the goalkeeper. Scotland looking to work the ball back into the box or potentially find an angle to shoot. Doesn't fall to Clark on the edge of the box, and Ireland look to bring it away. Scotland looking to press them, but the ball goes long. It's a good flick on. Hodge covering, doing very much what Ben Heal was doing in the first half, covering those runs in behind. It's played nicely inside to Luca, who drops it off again. Slight shirt pull and the free kick. A little bit of afters on the ball there, Ben.
Yeah, Alex Genus obviously a bit frustrated, being out-muscled to the ball there by Boevi, but the free kick was Scotland's way. The referee calls it back, and Ireland look as if they're going to make another substitution here. It's Oscar Ahern coming on for Boevi, is it? Coming off here, Dan?
Looks like it could be. He's had a great game, actually, been really physical up and down this left-hand side, won most of his duels. He's been a real threat for Ireland, but also done a good job defensively, winning a lot of headers. So it'll be interesting to see if that dynamic changes and allows Scotland to kind of get in behind on this left-hand on Scotland's right hand side, sorry, and going to target this new player who's not quite of the same stature as Boavi was. As the ball switched onto the far side, again Ireland picking up that second ball and finding that space. The ball switched out. It's a great ball out wide. And Ahern, with his first touch of the ball, cutting inside on his right foot, plays one in. And Pollock clearing off the line. There was a heart and mouths movement there for Scotland as the ball rolled slowly towards the goal line.
Yeah, not able to clear the danger, and it looked like a bit of a mix-up there, and managed to get the ball clear, but really dangerous there from Ahern in his first touches of the game. And now back in, the goalkeeper managed to smother it. But no, really dangerous here from Ireland. A bit of a wake-up call hopefully for Scotland. Can't be letting those balls come into the box, and when they do, we need to deal with them a little bit better. Chamberlain with his foot on the ball, under pressure, plays it back to the goalkeeper, and it's now brought out by Jacob Glass. Finds Callum Logan, comes into Giacomini. Can't get it clear. It comes off the back of the Ireland player. Logan switching it out wide. Well dealt with by Kevin Jordan. Oscar Ahern then back to Jordan. Easy decision there for the referee to give a free kick.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw Hodge flying into a tackle at just the pitch, not managing to get the ball, that didn't catch the player, and then Genus committing a pretty obvious foul on this near touchline. Again, gives Ireland another opportunity to put the ball in the box. Yeah, referee correctly saying the ball should be taken slightly closer to the touchline. And it's an opportunity here for Healy to put the ball in the box. As he kind of clips it in towards the back post. Attacked well, and Pollock comes out on top with that one. Clark bringing the ball down, winning the throw in for Scotland. Not too long left here in this fixture.
Interested to see what happens in this final stages, what both teams try and do with some really important competitive minutes before particularly Scotland's upcoming games. See what both the coaches want to try. Great work there from Jack Hodge. And that's a shot away from Callum Archibald, and I didn't see who caught that from Ireland, but the goalkeeper smothers it.
So that was the right decision to make that, Ben. I think potentially he had two of the players up with him, opting to go alone there, Archibald. Maybe being a better pass inside or to drive and cut it back. As Ireland have the ball again, looking for that passing pattern. It's a great pass down the side. As number 5 Jordan tries to get a ball in the box. Comes out to Ahern. And that right foot trying to clip the ball in again, once again. Genus with the header. It's a bit of a scramble, but well cleared now. Can Moffat profit from this one? As well dealt with on that far side.
Yeah, O'Connor doing a lot defensively there. First half was maybe more dangerous going forward, but also doing his defensive duties really well as Logan tries to find Callum Archibald, but cleared well by the Irish defence. Pollock going down there, but still managing to clear as Giacomini puts some pressure on the Irish midfield. We're out there with Cian Curtis, who've given the ball away, and Scotland trying to get it forward once again. Hodge into Clark, does well to find Moffat. He's challenged well by Ahern, who's looked really dangerous since he's come on. And it comes back there for Scotland free kick.
Yeah, for an Ireland free kick there. Some good work again once again by Clark. I think he was looking for the return pass there from Moffat and was frustrated not to get it, and Moffat ultimately losing the ball and giving away the free kick.
Wee bit scrappy last few minutes. Passes maybe going astray, but both teams trying to take risks, trying to create chances as we come to the closing stages of the game. And hopefully that might come to something. Moffat putting the Irish defence under pressure and gets cleared by Oscar O'Malley. Shouts of handball against Cian Curtis, but nothing given by the referee as Jordan brings it forward. Giacomini puts him under pressure. Chamberlain coming across to try and deal with the pressure of Cian Curtis, and Ireland have the throw in. And yet again, we're going to see Cian O'Malley coming forward, that weapon of a long throw.
Absolutely, it really has been a threat for Ireland, and so far, commentators cursing coming. Scotland have dealt with it very well. Either the keeper coming and claiming, or some strong headed clearances.
Yeah, look at the Ireland coaching staff wanting to go short there, but they've still opted to go long. Pollock up, and Giacomini gets it away, and then once again handled well by Scotland. Under pressure, Ireland's number 12. Jesse Dempsey gets it back to Dara Foley, who scraps a clearance. We've got Archibald coming through. Can he get the ball away? Straight at Dara Foley.
That's a huge chance there for Scotland, a massive let off for Ireland. As Ireland bring the ball away. That's a great turn there from Dempsey to get away from his man. Looks dangerous since coming on. Ball played out wide. The low hard cross blocked. Kept in, or not quite kept in. That's a huge chance for Archibald there, Ben. He'd be disappointed in himself. He did very well to win the ball and stay on his feet, but he kind of telegraphed that shot to the goalkeeper, didn't he?
But they're the mistakes from Ireland that we've been hoping to create with that high press and putting them under pressure. We've managed to pick up on the poor clearance there from Foley, and Archibald's just not able to find the corner and finds straight at the Irish goalkeeper. And they've got this long throw again from O'Malley. Away, Chamberlain got the first touch on it. Moffat, a wee bit of trickery, and Mike McCarthy managing to shore it up from the back line. Ireland's number 14, Stephen Haley, bringing it through. Manages to find Luke Maverick, going back to Oscar Ahern, who gets the shot away and just over the bar. And a wee moment for Scotland just to catch their breath after a frantic few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was some pretty well worked stuff there by Ireland to get the shot away. Ultimately not able to convert, which is ironic because it went over the goal, rugby posts.
And on the topic of national representation, we've been having greetings in from Dusseldorf ahead of the World University Games happening. So shout out to Stu Fowley and anyone else that's a bit further afield getting to enjoy some home nations match up despite not being at Oriam this afternoon. Hopefully viewers from far and wide have been able to enjoy the spectacle put on by the two teams today.
Yeah, it has been a great game to take in, Ben. Two strong teams here. Some good opportunities in the second half. The game definitely opened up a little bit with Scotland making a slight tactical change to go two up top about 10 minutes into the second half. As the ball's clipped through by Hodge to Moffat on this right hand side, no one quite in the box with him just yet. Ireland defended as well to win that and bring it down. No foul given as Genus tumbles over the top of number 15 Ahern, who's now attacking Hodge, who cuts it back onto the edge of the box. Played out wide, slightly overhit, and opportunity comes to nothing. And there blows the full-time whistle. It finishes 0-0 here at Oriam, Scotland Sports Performance Centre. A great game, Ben.
Yeah, we maybe not got the goals that we'd hoped for, but some great individual displays, opportunity for players to link up for the first time, many of them. But yeah, just some impressive quality on show, and really pleasing to see what the Scotland team can maybe go on to do in the rest of the home nations matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fantastic run out for both of these teams to get used to playing with each other on this pitch, which is conducive to seeing some good football played. Some good opportunities in the first half there for Ireland. Didn't take them. They might be regretting that now. And then that big chance at the end for Archibald for Scotland, who wasn't able to convert.
Yeah, some brilliant displays and great opportunity to showcase student football here at Oriam. on the iconic indoor pitch. Time for commentators, man of the match. Dan, who are you giving it to?
I think there's two standouts. Thanks, Ben, for that, to give me loads of warning, and that was going to come my way. Two standouts for me. I think in the first half, Ben Hill was an absolute man-mountain of a player, defensively and in driving the team forward. So he deserves an honourable mention. But I think the most dangerous player on the pitch for Scotland was the number 10 Andrew Clark from St Andrews. Every time he got the ball, he looked like he was going to create something, and for me, he's my man of the match today.
Thanks for that, Dan. That's the last of it from us at Oriam today. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll hopefully be back soon for Scotland versus England.